else but Coates dare make a compelling argument for reparations just last year? Who else but Coates dare think the unthinkable and spill it out in language so powerful that we come to think of his words as dynamite? Albert Camus said that always go too far because that is where the truth is. We are grateful that Mr. Coates has been willing to go too far.
Much of what people look at in Black America and construe as anger is in fact deep, deep fear. That much of what I saw in Black America as a young person and construed as anger and as hardness, as toughness was in fact deep, deep fear.
One thing that is like very much like a core of his book, but he talked about a lot here, is people misinterpreting fear for anger in the Black community, and that I think is worth talking about, and I think he did a good job of bringing that up about that sort of this faulty presumption, and that so I thought that feedback loop is one that I don't hear people talking about very much, that I think he made clear.
We're like 5 questions too late. By the time that has become important, something else has really, really gone wrong. And so much I don't know why it's this way. I guess this is just what we have. And you ask yourself, well, what has that entity's policy been towards Black people since they arrived on these shores? And it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. Like all of that context is sort of gone, and you end up arguing in this really, really, really confined space.
He used this refrain a lot about looking 5 steps back, and I think that is a powerful way to think about any social issue. It's like by the time it's gotten to the point of crisis, of real pain being done physically and emotionally, so much has already been committed. If you take a long historical view or just in the past few years, and we rarely analyze on that level. And so I think it's really helpful for me to just be reminded that I can't take a social issue in isolation of sort of the social context that's produced it. This is what makes him sort of a leading voice in the Black community right now, is that he is willing to say what's in all of our hearts, but we're not willing to let it be on our minds.